they've won the biggest game in their history. And here comes the captain, Josh Falkingham. All the work and the effort and dedication has been worth it. Harrogate are going up.
Where you go, I'll take you to a place we can see it all. Step off the edge, I can break your fall. Your will is my law. I'ma let you be the boss, 'cause I'll go where you go. When you fall down, I'll get you back up again. The things you try are things that you won't regret. We are kings of the world, and tonight is our playground. We are kings of the world.
Hi guys, welcome to season 2, episode 3 of my Harrogate Town Youth Challenge. Let's get into the calendar. Let me fair. As we know, we got AFC Wimbledon in the cup. Their nickname is the Dons and the Rambles. They were founded in 3rd of May 2002, 18 years ago, as an associate club because of Wimbledon moving to Northern Keynes. When they temporary ground is Loftus Road before moving to Plough Lane, and the capacity of 9,300, and that's on the 10th. Then on the 15th we got Luton Town. A team got relegated from the Championship. Their nickname is the Hatters. They were founded in 11th of April 1885, 135 years ago. They played their home ground at Kenilworth Road with a capacity of 10,356. Then midweek on the 18th we got Burton Albion, a East/West Midlands club. Their nickname is the Brewers. They were founded in 1950, 71 years ago. They played their home ground at the Pirelli Stadium with a capacity of 6,912 with 2,034 seated. We just had a scout report from Carabao Sahusak. No, he's not very good, so I'm not going to go with him. Also, we got a final scout report for Sean Brown, 52 rated. I'm not going for him. We got enough strikers at the club. And Magna being sold to MK Dons for 220,000 with 150,000 going to our transfer bucket. And we got transfer offer for Marquez for 210, which I'm going to reject. And it's from Accrington Stanley. Welcome to the first sim game of this episode. That's why I'm not bothered about the cup. Today we got AFC Wimbledon and we're playing our B team, and the players we making their debuts are in goal. We got Gunero, we got Myers at centre back, Abd Al-Hamid as a Cam, and Burgers as a striker. So the team goes as follows: Gunero in goal. I need to right back. We got Naylor, Brian and Myers as centre backs, Cross as left back, Humphrey and Alexander was centre mid. Abd Al-Hamid as was Cam. Tabuz as for left winger. Mull as for right winger. And Burgers or whatever his name as striker. Now let's get into it. I'm going to just quick sim it as I'm not bothered about it. I'm through with Ron Bean scoring the only goal of the game in the 76th minute. It not had many shots in it. 3 for AFC Wimbledon and 2 for Harrogate Town, and both upgraded 1 chance. And they had more possession, 52 to 48. We just had the final scout report on Jordan Chilford 60. Let us keep him in the shortlist for the time being. Then we had a transfer over for Franklin for 940,000 from Mansfield Town. He's not going anywhere. We checked offer. And then block offers. And block offers for him and block offers for him. Before the first live game of this episode, we got another for Aguado for 170,000 from Warsaw. I will accept it. As I got a few left wingers now, and we were playing. And now we back to the 15th of August. We're playing Luton away at Kenilworth Road. And we're playing our 18th for today's episode. We got to watch out for Kasenga Lua, who scored 4 goals in the last 3 games. Welcome to Kenilworth Road, where Luton Town is hosting Harrogate Town. The team who got promoted last season as champions of League 2, and the team who got relegated from the Championship. So it's a promotion for the relegation team. And this is Luton's team. Slugo, Bradley, Lockyer, Nuttallikoff, Ray, Berry, Shinney, Cornet, Clark and Lua. I'm playing a 4-3-3 formation with number 11, Shinney, being their captain. And you're not 18 by now. Plays the ball down to Breton chips it in, shoots, and the poor ever in the end from Fairlaw. He should have done better with that chance, but he shot it very wide. He knew that was a glorious chance to open with scoring for Harrogate Town, and he placed it very wide. Plays a ball for finds Berry. Plays it to Shinney, one of the goalkeeper, and he slotted it right as well. So we had two good chances, one on each end. One for Harrogate Town and one for Luton Town. Clears it to Michelle. And here comes Breton. Breton chips in. Headers. And a good header from Feller. He didn't miss that chance. And there's a good crossing from Breton down the left wing. He went straight through the hoarding board. That's a glitch. And this was a great ball from Breton. And a good header from Feller. No one was marking him. And this was too easy in the end. And it's 1-0 away at Kenilworth Road. And it's Feller second in the league. Plays it across, not a very good ball, but Feller got it. Plays it infield to Le Bon, who shoots, and a good save past Lugar. And Breton touches it out for a goal kick. See this header again. It was a good header past Lugar. And that's when it stands. Harrogate Town is 1-0 up after that goal. Drame. Sanchez back to the goalkeeper. Franklin. Sanchez to Michelle. Plays the ball to Caruso. Out wide to Breton. Down his left wing. Who chips it in? Headers. And Le Bon headed it wide. It was a good cross in and Le Bon just headed it just wide. Past Lugar. Le Bon, but Ray got it. Sanchez all the way down to Michelle. Good tackle from Rose. Cormac. Good one down this right wing. Berry. Good tackle from Drame. And Berry, but it's half time. And the only goal comes from Fairlaw. With a good header and a good crossing from Breton. But Fairlaw should have scored a hat-trick in the first half. But he had two good chances, but headed it very wide and shot it very wide. And at half time it's Luton 0, Harrogate Town 1. Here comes Warren down the right wing. Warren crosses it in, and Lugar has to clear it. And a good save by Lugar on the second attempt. There was a good punch out from Lugar, and he had a composure to tip the second shot behind for a corner. Let make our sub. Cordus was kicking up, so he's coming off from Michelle. And Clark coming on to replace Fairlaw because he's not performing well. Then he's going to change it to a 4-4-2 flat. So Munier and Clark as the strikers, and Warren and Breton playing as the left mid, dropping back a bit. And Ryan Thornycliffe, an old head for Luton Town, coming on, the former Man United trainee. Feller had two missed opportunities to score his hat-trick, so that's why he's been took off. Warren. That is it. But here comes Ray. Sanchez go back to LeBon. Outright finds Breton. Chips in. Shoots. And a wonderful goal from Claude. Just need to get him on the sub. And his first shot leads to a goal. And it's 2-0 here at Kenilworth Road. Look at the scenes. And it's Clark coming on as a sub a couple of minutes ago. Scored it. And there was a crossing. And what a goal that is from Clark. And the Clark's first in the league. Shinny. Calso. Good ball down. Chips it in. Back 6. And it's 3-0 here. And it's LeBon with a lovely strike. This is good attacking play from Harrogate Town in the second half. Good kept on by Breton, and he chips it in, and a good goal from LeBon. But the goalkeeper had himself to blame. If he would have dived, he might have saved it. But nevertheless, it'd be a 3-0 up. We continue our good running of winning, and it's LeBon second in the league. Thomas back to Warren. Warren chips in. That is it, and it's gone to Munier. One into the ball. Who shoots? And a good save. But Warren scored a rebound with a good goal. This is good attacking play in the last 10-20 minutes from Harrogate Town. Attack after attack and attack. And now it's 4-0 to record. It's like Luton Town gone to sleep or something at the back. It was a good save in the first instant, but Luton couldn't get to a rebound fast enough. And it's 4-0 here. And it's Warren's first in the league, in the League One. Nedelikov, doing Pansu to Kornick. Good tackle on Cortez. Outright finds Calso. Chips outright. Goes with Paul crossing the end. Tunnicliffe. Plays it to Shinny. To Bradley. Plays it to Shinny. Look here, but good tackle on Clark. Who plays it back, finds Warren. He's crossing the court, and he surely could have missed, and this Munier scored, and it's 5-0, and I'm put it to bed now, as Munier scored. The top scorer in this Harrogate Town side, and we know why of his good attacking presence, good cross to lead to a goal, and very defensive falling apart here at the seams. And this Munier's fourth in the league. And it's full time, and it's been a domination in the second half with 4 goals. And what subsede provided for manager, with Clark coming on scoring with his first shot on target. At full time it's Luton 0, Harrogate Town 5. We just got a few more scouts, but we got Maximilian Brunst. He looks awful. Ruben Bishonek. He don't look even better. Kevin Benitez. Not sure about him. Sissua Bao. Don't look good. Paulo Sergio Badera with his Ferenc. He looks awful as well. Akakula Australian rivals, he's not very good. Ibn Saleh, he looks a little bit better but not much. Fakunda Amani, 58 rated, he looks alright but not special. Lucina Rugia Alfesti Arucho, he looks rubbish at 19. Andrea Carboni, he looks rubbish. And Slacker Rovers is interested to sign Aguado, which I will accept. For 180,000. 10 more thousand than Warsaw, so they will be fighting it out to get to his signature. I just had a shower. We got a transfer for Deschamps for 280,000 from Carlisle. I will accept it, as I don't need it. We got a few right wingers as well, so I need to get as much money as I can. And also now we're playing Burton Abbey, we were lying fourth. But I meant to mention in the last game against Luton, we had a debutee in Michel, the left back, who's a Belgium left back. Now let's get into it. I'm a team is our A team. They're not very much fit, but if anyone tag, I can always swap them out. I need a centre mid on the bench, so Humphries will be on the bench. So because LeBron's nearly is tired, his fitness is 43 and his sharpness is 40. But not for a match with, but like I said, I will make a sub if any of them get really tired. Now let's get into this game at home against Burton Albion. The Brewers were a team who's come from the East/West Midlands. Wrong to a night game where we're hosting Burton Albion, the Brewers. They're known for their alcohol making in Burton. We're playing the fourth place team, only 2 points behind us. But Shrewsbury, Lincoln City, Southampton, Swindon Town on the bottom 4. And you know 18 by now. And there's the Brewers line, or O'Hara, did the 2 Bushwick, Hutchinson, Fox, Martinez, Edwards, Akins, Fernham and Kate. And the captain's number 7, Martinez. And we're playing the same formation as us, a 4-3-3. We play as we're attacking. This is Canberra playing as with CDM, so we've got more emphasis of defending. And we've got more emphasis on attacking. Plays it to the right wing in Warren. Plays it infield, finds Mounier with a shot. And a wonderful goal from Mounier, who scored in the 6th minute. And he seems to keep on having a good scoring run of form. Mounier, the Frenchman. And it's 1-0 here at home. It was magical football on the play, and Mounier scored with a brilliant goal on the top of the net. And it's 1-0 here at M5 Stadium, aka Wetherby Road. And it's Mounier's 5th in the league. Edwards. Bobby! Bostwick hit the crossbar. And that was a good header, but it was rubber on the person of going out. He beats Drummond or ends up. Franklin. And look, it went out for a goal kick. Caruso. Fairlaw. To Michelle, who's on his last bit of flexing with Sergio. Plays it across to Breton, who shoots and shot it just high from Breton. It was a good shot, and it shot it just high of a post. Earlier it was a good save from Franklin, not Drame. That's what I meant to say. Great to Edwards. Plays it to Gate. And a good from Thomas. And there's a corner. Plays in Ardley, and it's half time now. And at half time, it's when the goal scored from Mounier, who scored 1 goal in 1 attempt. At half time, it's Harrogate 1, Burton Albion 0. Plays across to Hutchinson. Good tackle from Mounier. Beats with defender. You shoot! And he shot it just wide. Let me go subs as some of our players are tiring. We can put Le Bon coming off for Humphreys. That's it. Cortez coming on for Thomas. And swapping for Michelle. And anyone else tired? I might put Mounier on for Muller on for Breton. That's what Warren and Muller are round. It was just wide from Mounier with that shot. Drame, Caruso, Warren, chips it in. Boswell almost scored into his own net. but Muniz didn't let it slip for a second chance. It wasn't really an own goal from there, but I was being defended. But Muniz made sure it's 2-0 now. It was a defensive mistake. What was the defender what was the centre thing about? Is it against the crossbar of his own net? The Kogi was disappointing at centre back, and it's Mooney who scored yet again. Just came on from the sub. Morlaw down his right wing, chips in, headers, and there was a Munir headed it very wide. He could have scored his hat-trick, but it was very wide of a post. He should have been better with that header. Prame. Good ball out by Michelle. Ball to Muller. One into the box. Now, who shoots? And a good save from O'Hara. It was a low driven shot. And the goalkeeper put hands to O'Hara to push out for a corner. Warren and Akins cleared it out for another corner. Warren headers, but straight here comes Kitate. Chips it downfield, finds Edwards. Plays it to Edwards. Good tackle on Fairlaw. Muller to Humphries. Plays it to Munier, who shoots. And he scored his hat-trick now. He turned for Burton Albion defence to shreds here. And he completed his hat-trick on a good night for Harrogate Town at home. It was a good through ball. And it was a good goal in the end. It was a lovely finish from Munier. And it's Munier 7th in the league. He takes the league by storm, Munier has. Edwards plays the ball back to Powell. Good tackle. Caruso. And it's full time here. And the home fans are happy here. As we won yet again. And it's the man with the legend Munier, who scored with 3 goals in 6 attempts. At full time it's Harrogate Town 3, Burton Albion 0. And Munier 3, Burton Albion 0. Thanks again for watching Season 2 Episode 3 of my Harrogate Town Youth Challenge on FIFA 21. Can you subscribe? I'm on at least 50 subscribers by the end of February. Also, I want you to leave at least 10 likes on this video. Then turn on your post notification bell to catch up to date videos on this channel. Now if this series or my Minecraft Season 2. Also share this video on all your social media and share my YouTube channel on all your social media. My social media links is in the description below, so click on it and add me and I will add you back. Right, I'll catch you for the next episode. Right, this is MJGamingPlays. Guess what? I'm out.